What is happening, everybody? It's the Miami Football Fanatic here again. Happy to have you guys back. And the day we've all been waiting for, draft day, has finally come around. And with the 11th pick, the Dolphins went ahead and selected Minkah Fitzpatrick, safety from Alabama. Easily the best safety in the draft. Maybe the best defensive player in the draft. Him and Bradley Chubb, the best defenders definitely in this draft. But what a true surprise this was. And obviously, it was a result of the run on quarterbacks in the top 10, with Baker Mayfield being taken, Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, and Josh Rosen. It was bound that one of those top defenders was going to fall to us at 11, whether if it was Roquan Smith or Minkah Fitzpatrick. Too bad Roquan went 8 to the Bears, but still, we got a great consolation prize in Minkah Fitzpatrick. What we got is a safety and a football player. Not just a safety. I mean, this guy can play anywhere in the secondary if you want him to. I mean, maybe there are some questions about how well he can be an outside corner, but this is a guy who's just is a perfect football player. His character, his intelligence, his hunger to learn more, his hunger for the game, his love for the game. I mean, this guy, it truly is just a football maven. He lives and breathes football. He was one of the, from the day he arrived at Alabama, he was one of the most intelligent players on the team, constantly asking the defensive coaches at Alabama questions that were just way beyond his years. He's extremely competitive. He's an awesome leader. Holds himself incredibly accountable. He's got a huge expectation of himself just to be perfect out there on the field, and that's exactly what we want. It doesn't get much more versatile than this as a safety. He can come in and play slot corner, even though we've got Bobby McCain in there, but I mean, you can't go wrong with plugging in even more talented player than Minkah. I mean, you name it in the secondary, he can play it. Free safety, strong safety. Like I said before, maybe there are some questions about how he plays outside corner, but he played a lot of outside corner in 2016, and he looked fine to me. So I'm sure he can play out there, but it doesn't get much better than this in terms of position flexibility. And he's got the athleticism to match the intelligence. He's a 4'4" athlete. And just when you watch his tape, he just looks like a different football player out there, a different athlete. You can just tell that he's a couple steps ahead of everyone. And this is exactly the guy we need here at pick 11. I knew that we were going to get an awesome player here. When you're picking it at 11, you're bound to get an elite talent. And that's exactly what Minkah Fitzpatrick is. I really can't remember the last time we had a secondary player that's as versatile as he is. I mean, we can even use him as a sub package linebacker. He's a great blitzer too. That's something that I forgot to mention. He has an awesome job flying off the edge from the safety position. That can always help. And he's awesome against big receivers in the slot. He does an awesome job there. And also, honestly, the biggest one of his strengths, and something that's going to truly help out this defense, is his ability to cover tight ends. I mean, that's going to be a huge asset to us, especially with the tight ends in our division with Gronk and other guys around in the league. But he's just going to be such a versatile piece for us. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. I mean, the guy, he really does love football and just lives football. And his nickname is Nick Saban's son, so it doesn't get much better than that. That's how closely he pays attention to detail and wants to just get it perfect out there on the field. And he's an awesome communicator too. He does a great job getting guys in line. You can just see before the ball snaps, he's constantly communicating with the guys, getting guys in position, just letting guys know where they should be, and just being in constant communication. And that's exactly what you need in the secondary. Honestly, I really think we haven't had enough of that the past couple of years. And Minkah, he's gonna come in and just be perfect. He's gonna be in the secondary, or wherever the team decides to deploy him. I mean, he's not going to be a full-time linebacker, but who knows how much time he's going to spend in the box as a sub-package linebacker. But football intelligence is off the charts, athleticism off the charts. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. Just a perfect pick, an A plus for me, and I'm sure it's an A plus from many more of you Finns fans. And I just couldn't believe he fell to us at 11. I mean, when Roger Goodell announced that it was Minkah, I mean, I couldn't help but just yell out in excitement. And just can't wait to see him out there in the preseason. Can't wait to read about and hear about how he's gelling with the guys during training camp and OTAs. Like, just hearing about, like, where the team is thinking of using him, and this is just going to be an awesome step in the right direction for our defense and our team. This guy is just going to be a great locker room presence. He's going to set the tone for us with his intelligence and his love for the game. It's going to rub off on a lot of guys on the team, even though he's coming in as a rookie. I think from the bat, he's going to be one of the leaders on the team, similar to Jamal Adams similar to how Jamal Adams was this previous year for the Jets. So just A plus, absolutely love it. Can't wait to see Minkah out there. You can't find a much better football player than this guy, and that's exactly what we got. Love it. Also, one last thing before I go. I'm not sure how this is going to play out with our safeties, especially with Rashad Jones and TJ McDonald on the team. But obviously, when you bring in a talent like Minkah, one of those guys is going to have to move aside, and that's probably going to be TJ McDonald, because Rashad Jones definitely has earned his spot. I mean, the guy's a multiple Pro Bowler. You can't find a much better safety than Rashad Jones, but Minkah might just be that, like a better player than Rashad Jones. That's the kind of potential, and just all the indicators tell you that Minkah's going to be a Pro Bowler or an All-Pro. The guy's just incredible. But honestly, no idea what this means for TJ McDonald. Even though Minkah can play all over the place, I mean, he might even be our slot corner. I don't know. I mean, the guy's just he can play so many spots. He can play so many spots well. He's so versatile. I mean, he's got the intelligence to play all over the secondary. He can just go anywhere. But yeah, just excited to see what's going to happen with TJ McDonald. Rashad Jones, obviously, going to keep his strong safety spot. But when you bring in the guy like Minkah, that safety rotation is going to get shuffled a little bit. And we're going to see TJ McDonald in a different role than we previously thought he would. And he's only making $1.5 million this year, so he hasn't got a massive contract. He's making much more money next year, and this drafting of Minkah gives us more wiggle room to release TJ McDonald if we want to release him next year. He's making over $6 million next year, so we can always get out of that contract in the 2019 offseason and pair Minkah with Rashad to be one of the best safety tandems in the league, if not the best. So yeah. So just excited to see how that plays out in the secondary. Alrighty, guys, as always, fins up, baby. Absolutely love this pick, and it's an awesome step in the right direction. Alrighty, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll be talking about our second and third round picks in the next video, and see you guys in that one. Cheers, folks.